Shalom, everyone. Erev Tov. We are in the second class, 2018, second class of Laws of Passover. We already have the schedule for Pesach. Someone worked very hard and did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. Take this. And put it in silent after that. So we talked about Bedikat Hametz, checking for Hametz. And the checking for Hametz is going to be at 8:30 p.m. On the March 29th, starting 8:30 p.m. Okay, so basically after davening in the shul, you go home and you do the Bedikat Hametz, something we already learned last time. I want to say thank you to the Mishpachat Medina for hosting this shiur every week, and Hannah for uploading all the videos, the Torah learning every day, huh? Hannah, it's every day one, huh? Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. You're doing a good job, and it's just a blessing for you and your family. Baruch Hashem. Wish you to deal with these kind of things all your life. It's a beracha and atzlacha, and you can wish for better. To be involved in Torah learning, it's great. Baruch Hashem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol niya b'dvaro. And shalom to our friend David Powell that is now joining us to become a friend with us in the Facebook. Okay, so glad everyone's here. Today we'll talk about the search for Hametz, the laws, what we can use, what we're not supposed to, what we're not allowed to use. And the next part of the class, today we have to finish a little bit quicker because I have another class after 9. So we're going to talk about who is rich. Who is rich? R-I-C-H. How you can get rich. How you consider rich. Who is considered rich? And at the next part of the class. So today we are Siman 433, the search for Hametz. Basically, the search needs to be conducted using a candle with one single flame. We're not supposed to use anything that is bigger than that, or might be considered as torch. Why? Because if someone using a big flame to check for his Hametz, it'll be impossible for him to search in tight places, right? Also, you'll be afraid that he might cause a fire. So you won't really check with big torch or big flame. Can I use a flashlight? Do I need to turn all the light off at home? Many houses you go, and you see the people they put the house on the dark, and they search for Hametz. Is that necessary? It's a must. We'll answer that question, Bezrat Hashem. What about my car? I said bracha. Do I need to check my car? Do I need to say another bracha because I step out of the house? What if I have 2 cars, 3 cars? Someone that has, offices. What about someone that has an airplane? You'll be surprised, but we have in the shul 2 guys that own an airplane. They both own the same airplane, okay? So they need, obviously, to know the halacha, if it's on them. The airplanes that they have, I think it's parking? Yeah, it's parking away from their home. It's not in the garage, okay? So they have to make the efforts to go there and check for Hametz. So the kind of question, Bezrat Hashem, we will answer today. And last question is, someone is checking for Hametz. He's opening the closet, and then he sees suits or shirts or pants hanging there. Does he need to check in the pockets? Hashem will answer all these questions today. So, when one does not have a proper candle, one may use a pocket flashlight or small electric lamp that one can use to access tight spots in the house. One may recite the blessing over these lights as well. They are not considered torches for this purpose.
What about your flashlight on your phone?
Huh? That could be good too. Any type of flashlight that will help you find Hametz will be good.
But it's better to use
Depends. The halacha says candle, but some people I know that they have a candle, one single flame, and with that candle, even small one, they are afraid to go to tight places because it might drip on it, the wax. They might. Some people hold it too close, they're afraid that they burn their face or the beard or whatever. In that case, I would say start with flashlight to begin with. It's even better. I do obviously with the candle, and in some places we even turn the light off. It's an excitement to the kids. They follow you. Nobody talks. Finally, you have quality time with yourself. The kids don't talk. It's a great thing. Now there is some candles that are made out of animal's fat. Okay, or made out of oil. You know, like the Hanukkah candles. Can I use these to check the chametz? It's going to be single flame, one wick. Can I use that for searching chametz? What do you think? The common sense would say yes. Why not? Tell me why not. Any idea why I won't use a candle that's made out of oil? Okay, so when one check, you're afraid that it'll drip and it causes a fire. Those are made out of fat, animal fat. When you check the kitchen, if it drips on the utensils at the kitchen, it might make them non-kosher. Yeah. Therefore, we don't use this type of candles. The only one is the regular paraffin one, okay, the one that make out of wax, and not from animal's fat, or not even olive oil, which is kosher. But to conduct such a search would cause you to be too careful, and the search will not be complete. It won't be good. Therefore, we don't use this type of candle. Okay. The mitzvah is to search throughout the house, in all the nooks and crannies. Right, crannies. Sometimes, something might be where something might be hidden. This includes any porches or balconies, stairwells, and even the yard outside the house. One must search, in particular, the food cabinets, refrigerators, and other kitchen cabinets, and places where he might sometimes store products that contains chametz. Basically, this means that one must search through all the rooms in one's home, even if one is certain that no one ever ate chametz product in that place. In the household includes little children, you have to be extra careful because they take with them food and they leave food places you can't even imagine. Sometimes their hands, it's sticky with some bread they had or crumbs, and they don't take food, but they touch here and they touch there, and there's a chametz all over. Not to wait to hold to Pesach. It's better always to clean after children, because it's the very reason people have mice and rats and roaches. They come to these little crumbs that they can see and feel and sense and smell, and they go after that. So don't be so, well, but I'm cleaning. You have little kids, even they eat bamba. They eat snacks. It stick to the fingers and they touch the walls. It's there. It's hard to see, but it's there. And these insects loves it, and they come for it, just for you to know. Now, it is not necessary to turn off the electric lights in the rooms while one searches for the chametz. It's not necessary. If you feel it's more exciting for the children, do it. Otherwise, it'll be boring and it won't cooperate. I know in my family, we used to do it all the time. We were always excited as a child to follow my father, and we have a feather, and use it to collect the 10 pieces. It was very exciting.
You said before lights need to be on.
It doesn't have to. You don't need to. You don't need to. If you want to do it, if you feel that by doing that, you will attract more attention from the children. So it's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Can you use a lighter?
Yes, you can. It's like a smoking, but I don't know how long you'll be able to hold it. But yes, you can. Now, as we've learned in Siman 431, it is not necessary to inspect the pockets of the cloth by the light of a candle. It is sufficient to have cleaned them out any time before Pesach. So we rely on the fact that it's already clean, and you don't have to go through all the closets and check everyone. You've done it before already. Make sure in the pockets you don't have chametz. Some people say, "Oh, well, I don't hold." Yes, you might have gums, candies, okay, and other treats. Make sure to remove it before Pesach. Sometimes we have simcha in the Bet Knesset. They throw in candies, some of them chametz. You take it, you pick it, you say, in the pocket, I'll give it to the children, I'll give it to someone, I eat it later, and then you forget. You put the jacket away, and then you have chametz right there. In contrast to clothes and clothes pockets, one must conduct a search of one's automobile on the evening of the 14th of Nisan, which is March 29th, 2018, this year, using a candle, and one may not rely on the fact that the vehicles were cleaned thoroughly beforehand. Some people afraid to go to the car with candle. It drips, makes it hard to handle it later. This is a perfect time to use a flashlight. Okay, you feel more safe, do it with a flashlight. One must search throughout the vehicle, even if one does not plan to use it throughout Pesach. Likewise, anyone who owns a bus or airplane used for public transportation must inspect those vehicles on the evening of 14th of Nisan, even though they clean them thoroughly beforehand. I'm glad I get rid of my airplanes. I don't have to do this. This year, I'm going to have just check my limousines and other cars. Yeah. Nevertheless, the owner should not recite the blessing over the search a second time when searching through his vehicle. You did the blessing at home. Based on this blessing, you go out to your car and you do it. You're not supposed to talk in between. You start the search, you don't talk. You check. You finish, you do the blessing after. It might be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hours later, I don't know. Then you can talk. You may talk during the search under a few conditions. If it's related to the search. Give me a flashlight. I'm losing the battery. I don't know. Open the door for me. So forth and so on. I think anything that's not related to it should not be said at all. Okay? Obviously, the shuls, the synagogues, the yeshivot, other institution needs to be checked. And this is the responsibility of the Gabaim, those who in charge over the Bet Knesset. So they can say the blessing at home, go to shul and do it there. Now, people eat and they read books. Many times you eat and a lot of crumbs fell into the books. I have a library with, 300 books, for example. Do I have to go through each and every one of them? Some of them have crumbs. Chametz, completely. The halacha says it is not necessary to inspect one's book for chametz. And it is permissible to study Torah in those books during Pesach through, although they were not inspected beforehand for the crumbs that might have fallen in them. But I remember the whole year we've been careful. I remember also as a child, my father always says, you put it here, don't make sure crumbs not coming. Pesach is, we're going to have a problem. Pesach is like in 8 months from today. No, still, we worry about that too. So always when we eat, put it in a position that you don't have crumbs in it. I think we can go finish this topic. What do we do with that? So what's the procedure following the search? I have the crumbs. I have it in a bag, a plastic bag. What do I do with it? It's Thursday night. Should I go right now and burn it? What am I supposed to do with these? So, remember, it's Thursday night. It's the night before Passover. I'm holding crumbs in my hand, or chametz, but I'm still allowed to eat chametz during the night, during the morning, and actually here in Dallas time, you may eat chametz the following day till 11:02 a.m. It's the latest time to eat chametz. And the last time to burn chametz that year is 12:17 a.m. I don't know why it says p.m. It's a mistake. No, it should be. Oh, it's p.m. Sorry, no, it's right. It's p.m. It's not a mistake. Yeah, it's lunchtime. So you have time till 12:17 p.m. to burn your chametz. Now, the only way to get rid of the chametz and leavening is with burning it. The answer is no. What do you do with the bag? Put it away. Make sure to take it with you to burn chametz. So Or Torah Shul has a schedule a time between 8:30 to 11:30 to burn your chametz. But in many complexes, in many places, the HOA will not allow to light a fire. Or you don't want to put it in your barbecue because your barbecue is already kosher for Pesach. What you're going to do? What are the options to get rid of the chametz? So before we said that, we're going to see this. Okay, if one wishes to leave chametz food over for the family to eat during the night of the 14th and during the morning after it, you must keep it in a place where there is no chance it will become scattered throughout the house. Okay? And watch the kids. They won't take chametz. The house is clean and checked. It's search. You finish the search in the berachot. Make sure. Also with your teeth. People they eat chametz. They didn't clean their mouth. And in the Passover, a few hours later, they sit on the table, eat matzah. Sorry to discuss you, but it mixed with the chametz you ate a few hours before that. So you eat chametz and matzah together. What you're going to do? Simply, after eating the last meal of chametz in the morning of the 14th of Nisan, and we said that that's going to be till 11:02, one must keep it. Everyone must floss between his teeth, brush them, and rinse them well. Otherwise, it is possible that some bit of chametz will be lodged between his teeth and become dislodged later in the day when chametz is already forbidden. Sorry, but this is life facts and happens. It's highly recommended everywhere to everybody during the entire year. I'm not talking about brushing your teeth in the morning and in the evening. I'm sure everybody does that. I'm talking about flossing your teeth. It's a must. I've heard it more than once from dentists that the best way to make sure your teeth are clean is when you floss them. Okay? So,
I have a question. So do we have to have a special for Pesach pasta, toothpaste?
Toothpaste, no. But toothbrush, yes. You have to either put it away or get rid of it. Many Jews, what they do, they wait till Pesach and they switching before Pesach for the New Year, and the old one they just get rid of it. Baruch Hashem, it's so cheap today. It costs $1. And the dollar store you can buy and change, and this is also healthy. So someone that wears dentures must wash them and scrub them. They know what to do. to clean them well before that. So after completing the search that evening, one must declare bitul chametz, when you nullify the chametz. Makes it hefker. Hefker means ownerless. The text of the declaration is, you have to say it in the language you understand. You might read in Hebrew, it's fine. Please read the English too, so you understand what you're saying. Any leavening, food, or leavening in my possession that I have not seen and not destroyed is hereby considered null and like the dust on the ground. Okay? Nullifying means completing it, completely destroying it. Or okay. It's important that one will say the declaration in language you understand. We're saying it 3 times. The custom is to recite this declaration 3 times for emphasize. It is recommended to use the text, whatever you have in your Sidurim and your books. What about women? Are they supposed to do it as well? Or this is only mitzvah that related to men? Halacha says men and women are equally obligated to fulfill the mitzvah of destroying chametz and reading it from their position. On Passover, the woman must pay attention to many halachot. And some exempt themselves because they're very busy. They're very busy the whole year, and especially before Pesach, during Pesach, and after. So during the Seder, they many times they don't sit on a table. They just go and bring this and that, and they do a lot of work. Don't forget that you must drink the 4 cups in the order that you have in your Haggadah. Make sure your Haggadah is kosher. Today there are many Haggadot that people are giving for free. Some of them are not good Haggadot. If you don't know, ask. You can take a picture and send it to me or bring it to me in B'ezras Hashem. I'll tell you if it's good. Some Haggadot, different type of communities make, changing, and it's not considered a kosher Haggadah. You have to drink the wine leaning on your left side. Some type of food we eat during the Passover Seder, we do when we lean on our left side. If you didn't do it, you didn't fulfill the mitzvah. Another thing, please, I want you to pay attention to. There's matzot out there to buy. Some of the matzot are a big problem. Some of the matzot are not kosher for Pesach. It looks the same completely. But it says, in the very small letters, it might say, not kosher for Pesach. Or it doesn't say that it's kosher for Pesach. I know people that they told me that after Pesach, they bought matzot, and it was completely non-kosher. It was like bread. And they used it for Passover. Eating during Pesach, say bracha over, it was a big, big problem. They didn't know, said it looks the same. There's some matzot that are gluten-free today, many. This gluten-free, I don't know what they make them from, eggs or whatever, different type of legume. It's not even wheat. It's not out of the 5 grains. The blessing over it is shehakol. Shehakol, it's not even amotzi. It's not even mezonot. Again, kosher. It could be kosher for Passover, but yet you can do bracha over it because it's shehakol. So you didn't eat matzah on Passover. And all the blessings are in vain. Brachot lashav. So what to do? It's very simple. When you go to the shop, you look at the box. It says, for example, O-U-P. P stands for Passover. It's not parv. If it's parv, it would say parv. P, usually it means Passover, kosher for Passover. If you want to check, O-U-P is not good enough because it might be the one that we say in shehakol, not from the 5 grains. Check that the ingredient it says flour. Flour, you're good. It takes you another 5 seconds. Some might say even on it, kosher for Leil Seder. The blessing is hamotzi, or whatever. So it's good. Okay, it's only, 3 or 4 brands out there that I know of that they bring every year. It's not coming. Take your time to make sure it's right. If you don't know, take a picture, WhatsApp it to us, or text it to us, and B'ezras Hashem, we'll be able to answer the question. Can you add a little bit on? Yes, question.
If you want to eat the gluten-free one, can you, as long as when you're doing the bracha, you use the regular one, but in the week you can eat the gluten-free?
You can even eat the gluten-free during the Seder, as long as when you do the hamotzi, everything you do according to the Haggadah, following the Haggadah, the rest, the extra can be eaten. I mean, you can eat this gluten-free, eggs made, whatever. It's not a problem. I recommend, thank you. I recommend that if you can put your hand over the soft matzah, it's even better. Because the soft matzah, it's something that you can control the way easier. It's easier to do korech, to fold it over the maror, and you eat it. There's a matzah raka. It's like pita. It's flexible. It's gamish kmo. It's floppy like tortilla.
Just wet, right?
Just wet. This is the original matzah.
Yeah.
Just in the last 100 years or something, they made these cardboards. I'm sorry. This is that you cut your mouth with it. That's what we have. But Baruch Hashem, the last few years, as a child, we made the matzot ourselves. And they were always flexible, floppy. This is the best matzot. The halacha is you just can be sit for 18 minutes without kneading it. Okay? Where to find them? You just Google soft matzah. They're selling it in New York for many years already. Some people bringing it from Israel. It has to be put in the freezer. You take it a few hours before the Seder, you defreeze it, and the rest back in the freezer. Okay? It's not dry. The dry matzah can last for a year. Nothing happened to it. I've checked that. I left matzah and it tastes the same like last year. I'm telling you. It's in a it's in a box, right? You know what the box made out of? Cardboard. And the same taste. If you buy this one and this one, the same.
Can you get the soft one in Tom Tam? You can.
I don't think they sell it in Tam Tam. If you know anybody that comes from Israel, ask him to buy it. In Israel, it would cost around $25, $30. In America, here it costs probably double. It's like $60 or something, or $50. I don't know. I have to check. I checked just lately for someone. I think they sell $50. For $50, they're selling 2 pounds.
So you just buy the cardboard one and you put water on it. No, but it's not the same.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do that.
This is usually what we do.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, yes, you can. But it's highly recommended because to use the soft matzah because you eat such a small amount, it's already kazait. Rather than eating the whole plate, the big one, by the time you finish it, you're half dead. Okay. But some likes it, someone. Okay, we had the last minute for today.
What's
Kazait, it's a small amount, small portion. It's around 27 grams. It's, I would say, 1.8 ounce.
Size of an olive, no?
It's a size. It's a size of between olive and an egg.
Oh, okay, between.
Less than an egg. Okay. It's not the size. It's the weight usually. But okay. I think we will continue with one more halacha. Some people leave the house before Pesach and come back after Pesach. Do they have to check the house for chametz? It depends. If it's within within the 30 days before Pesach, within 30 days before Pesach, so you have to check the chametz without the blessing. You do blessing only at the evening, or if you forgot to check for chametz, you do it the very next day. Or in the middle of the holiday, you still have to do chametz search with a blessing. The time frame for searching chametz with blessing would be from the eve of Passover, which this year is March 29, till the end of the holidays. After that, you have to conduct this search without blessing. Okay? Some people sometimes usually close the house, they go to a hotel, or they go, I don't know where they go, and it's fine. Do they have to check for chametz? Yes. They have to clean up the house? Yes. But it's not necessary if they close and have no intention to. a place that you don't have to even check. It's a room that you close and you won't use it because it's full of chametz, and you sell it to a non-Jew. Or like pantries, okay? You lock it, it's full of chametz. You have, I don't know, whatever chametz you have there. You must sell the chametz. So we're selling chametz every day from March 18 to March 29 after davening, after the prayers. You come to me like we do every year, and we sell the chametz for you. You make sure to close this pantry, closet, / boxes, whatever you have, or room. You don't open it, you don't use it till after the Chag. If the non-Jew come and claim his chametz, you must give him access to take whatever he wants, either it's whiskey or whatever he wants to take. But he has to pay. Okay, so the agreement that he has to pay. You want to take it, it's yours. You have to pay. Is flour chametz? Kemach, it's chametz? No. Why it's not chametz? It's not mixed with water yet. But if you need to be, don't throw away good food. Some people do mistake. Oh, it's chametz, and they throwing out to the trash so much more. It's called bal tashchit, which means it's a waste. This is why we are selling chametz. So try to get rid of all the chametz you have before Pesach, pitot, and cookies and cakes, or whatever you have during the week on Shabbat, and everything that is chametz. Now, if it's an ice cream, and you can't put it in the pantry, it melted, what you can do, you can close it in a plastic bag, write on it chametz, and you can leave it in your freezer, knowing you don't touch this box. It's chametz. And let me tell you, it's not even yours, because you sold it. It's not yours. It's better to get rid of it, because sometimes mistakenly, you might eat it during the night. You go outside, you go to that, and you eat it. It's a problem. Okay, so but because it's bal tashchit, it's a waste. The halacha even permit to keep it in a safe place, but with a mark. Okay, I think we have to stop here. Next week, we have, I think, 2 more classes before Pesach, nachon? That's right? This week and the week after. So we're going to continue and talk about what if someone working in your house is a non-Jew during Pesach, and he brings a burger from McDonald's. He brings chametz to eat in your house during Passover. People eat around you in the office, chametz. You see chametz. It's right next to you. What you going to do? How do you kill this guy? What kind of weapon you use? Understand? Okay. I'll let you know. No. And also, how we kosherizing utensils. Some utensils you want to use. Some people love the mixers or whatever. They use it the whole year. That's the only one they know how to operate, and they don't want to buy a new one. It's fine. So we'll learn if it's possible to kosher it and in which way. Today, everything is so cheap, not like the older days, but so sometimes it's better to buy these mixers or food processor, especially for Pesach, even small amount. But if you don't want, we'll learn. We'll see how we can kosher it, and it's possible under some restrictions and conditions. We'll continue with Orchot Tzadikim in 2-3 minutes. See you later. On behalf of Ohev Israel Foundation, I want to wish you happy Passover.